Hey, hey.
Hello.
Hi, how you feeling?
Ibuprofen is working a little bit, but I am still in bed. So it
Wow.
is camera off for me tonight.
Oh man, well, I'm glad you're here.
Glad to be here, even if it's
Okay,
with no camera.
that was weird.
Hey.
Okay, I thought I followed the instructions and ended up creating a separate meeting. So you were all late.
Sweet.
Okay, I'm gonna get that script going. All right. Come on.
I'm gonna send out a reminder email. I have a few people registered.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't see the option for me to let people be the co-host. That's not showing up.
Like oh, sorry. Hold on.
Okay.
So you're on reader. Okay. So I made you host, Leland, if you want to assign everybody to.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Give it a few minutes while we're waiting for people to hop on. We can always update our 3 feature links or share some links too.
Well, of course, if you're doing the sample session this week, please review the 2 questions you put in. And if you're giving the member spotlight, make sure your introduction is typed out and assigned to a member.
Hey, Emo.
Yo.
Do we know why my post count keeps disappearing?
Dude, no, but we're gonna find out. It's not you. Yeah, man. Sorry about that, but we're getting it figured out there.
I got another 8 or 9 done today, so I don't know if whoever's doing the math wants to add the 9 from Friday into my count, but either way, it doesn't matter.
Cool. Hey, Kelly, Leland, can you also make me co-host too, just so I can keep an eye on the waiting room?
Okay.
Excuse me.
Okay. So let's go ahead and get started then, I guess.
Yeah.
Where are you? Are you MNO networking Zoom or?
Yeah.
Or that's you. Okay. All right. No worries.
Okay. All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Founders MNO Networking Zoom. My name is Bill Hatch, and I'm the podcaster of the chapter. I'll be running today's hour-long meeting as MC. Visitors, I'm glad you joined us today, and I'm sure you're excited to tell us about you and your business, which you will in just a few moments. First, we're going to get you signed in so we can call on you properly. Our welcoming committee will see you in the breakout room to sign you in, and the rest of us will stick around to open network. Visitors, we'll see you in a bit. All welcoming committee members go into breakout room.
Let me just make sure. Do we have a breakout room created? Because we just have Kelly tonight. We can just sign her in and just keep going.
Okay.
All right, you're good to go. You can keep going.
Okay. Members, this is a good opportunity for us to script our member promos, update our 3 feature links, and with the time remaining, share links for last week's feature link winner, Erica Ann. If you're doing the sample session this week, please review the 2 questions you put in, and if you're giving the member spotlight, make sure your introduction is typed out and assigned to a member.
And then just quickly, Bill, when I click on Tina, it doesn't give me the option to make her, it just says rename, put in waiting room, remove report.
I think that's because she's on the phone.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So got to get that Chromebook fixed. Okay, we're so excited, visitors, we're so excited to learn about what it is you're promoting. You'll find many different businesses and industries are represented on this Zoom. This group's approach to using social media is a little different. As members, what we do instead of posting about our own businesses is post about each other's businesses. To help make this possible, the M&O member app makes it easy to share each other's links with a couple of clicks. The result of us sharing each other's links on social media is organic traffic, which of course leads to new connections and opportunities. This act of promoting each other as a group and creating new opportunities for each other is what we call playing it forward. Visitors, since you don't yet have access to the M&O app, let's go the traditional route and drop our business links in the chat so we can play it forward for you on various Facebook groups. While you're grabbing the link you'd like shared, I'll show you how we play it forward for each other using our awesome M&O member app. Check it out. I didn't link. Share screen. Share screen, that one. Screen one. Here we go. Post. Yeah, Erica N. Let's see. Ooh, promote my new single on your Facebook profiles. I can do that. Saved. Okay. Post. There we go. Yay! Off it goes into the ether. Bing! Stop share. Back to everything. Post first, then click. Probably should have. Hold on. Okay, so we can call on you during the 30-second promo. Please join the Facebook group representing your region. Our Greeter Connector Chair, Leland Burton, will be placing this in the chat along with our LinkedIn page. Got that?
Yeah, just
all right. Okay, cool. Didn't see it. Visitors, we are very excited to learn about what it is you are promoting today. I have my list of registered visitors handy, but every once in a while we have a visitor whose name does not match the Facebook profile we registered you under. If this applies to you, please let us know the Facebook profile we sent the invite to. This is because we love to thank those who invited you. To keep us within the hour, we're going to put 30 seconds on the clock and make it visible for each visitor. Visitors, don't forget to keep an eye on the clock. Let's see. Visitor, there we go. Invited by Emo Aladdin is our first visitor, Kelly Gallagher. Kelly, you have 30 seconds to let us know what it is you are promoting today.
Hello, I'm Kelly Gallagher, and I am just visiting to see what this is all about. I am in business to promote my business I'm starting now. It's called a DIY do-it-yourself paint kit that I'm doing for cars. So cool. It's something that, you know, I just kind of wanted to check out and see how this was all going. And yeah, just kind of just sitting in and seeing how this goes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. And unless I've gone blind, I think that's it. So thank you, visitor, for your promo. We do know 30 seconds is nowhere near long enough to really get to know what you do. So later on in the meeting, we will be calling on you to let us know what your why is. We will ask you why you do what you do in only a sentence or two. Next up are our member promos. M&O members have made a decision to make M&O a big part of their marketing plan and attend these weekly Zooms to grow their businesses and meet fresh new connections every week. Before they give their member promos, I would like to recognize our founding members who helped jumpstart this amazing group. In no particular order, our founding members are the following: the wonderful Emo Aladdin, the glorious Tina Hoffman, and me, the interesting Bill Hatch. Thank you, founding members, for all you've done in creating a culture that passes opportunities to both members and visitors alike. Members, as you know, let's keep our member promos within 45 seconds, and don't forget to mention the updates you've made to your feature links. I would like to introduce our fabulous stand-in SM, Emo Aladdin.
Right. Hi, everybody. My name is Emo Aladdin. It's good to have you all. The role of the stage manager is very simple, and it's very similar to the role of a CFO in a company. So I have the pleasure of introducing our chapter members, and we introduce them in the order of business books, referrals passed, visitors that were invited, that sort of thing. And I just want to celebrate everybody for doing a great job this week with their performance. So we have our top performer this week, and let's celebrate him, guys. He's our MC. And the reason why he's our top performer this week is not because of his 23 posts or his 1 event attendance, but it's his 2 sessions. And hold on a second. There we go. Because of his 1 referral that he passed this week, in addition to that 1 session. So great job, Mr. Bill Hatch. You are up.
Well, thank you. And hello, everybody. My name is Bill Hatch, and I am the podcaster of the group. If you don't know what podcasting is, well, go ahead and Google Bald Spots Productions or Not Quite After Midnight, the name of the show, and you'll find it there on your search results. What Not Quite After Midnight is a mini round table where I get together with a couple of interesting people and we just chat for a bit. So if this is something that sounds interesting to you, please be sure to share and like and follow. That's it.
Well done. Thank you, sir. And as a reminder, members, don't forget to introduce yourself and your business, but also give a brief promo and mention the feature links you would like shared this week. And of course, which groups you would like us to share those links. And just like Bill, let's keep it within 45 seconds. Next up is Miss Erica Ann. She's got a great single coming out soon. 31 posts on the board and 3 event attendance. Great job.
I didn't want to unmute. Hello, visitor and fellow members. I am singer-songwriter Erica Ann. I have a very bad migraine today, but my single, like Emo said, does come out tomorrow, and I could not be here. So I had 9 listeners this past week, 69 monthly listeners, 9 streams this past week. I am sitting at 14,822 all time for my first single. Hopefully I can hit the 15K by the time it reaches its 2-year mark on 11/20. And then again, tomorrow, my brand new single featuring Emo Aladdin comes out, and you can download that. It should be anywhere in Spotify. I'll drop the links again, and that's it. Thank you so much. I have new links.
All right. And giving this week's member spotlight later on in the meeting is with 10 posts on the board and 2 sessions, Mr. Brian Moose, everybody.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Moose. I am the outsourced CFO for the chapter. I provide accounting and advisory services for the small business space. As far as this week has gone, it's been a good, if busy week, and feature link information pending. Thank you. Back to you, Emo.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. Very good. Next up is our very own Tina Hoffman with 1 event attendance, 15 posts for her fellow members. Great job.
Hi, everyone. I'm an original musician, and I have a song that was produced by Emo. It's called Your Little Girl, and it benefits my friend's nonprofit to help victims of human trafficking. And all the information and links to where you can download it and leave feedback is at the website yourlittlegirlsong.com. So if you could just listen to the lyrics and share it with anyone that you think might relate, and basically to anybody that appreciates original music. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you. Leland Burton, 17 posts this week. Great job, Leland.
Hey, everybody, and our one visitor. My name is Leland Burton, PPLSI Independent Associate. PPLSI is the parent company of the consumer brands Legal Shield and ID Shield, and my mission is to help small business owners gain affordable access to attorney services and introduce people to the opportunity to earn additional income with the PPLSI business opportunity. And that opportunity connects associates to the power of leveraged and residual income. And if you don't know what that is, I'd be happy to have a session with you. And this week, find me millennials, Gen Y, who want to create an additional income stream from home. And you can share that in Washington, work from home or side gig groups. Thank you.
Nice, thank you. Next up, she is here. We're glad you are and hope you're feeling better. Cecilia Amo with 13 posts. Great job.
Thank you. Yes, usually I'd have my camera on, but I've spent most of the day in bed with an old hip injury flare-up, so sorry about that. Hi, everyone. I'm Cecilia, and I'm an attorney who does wills, trusts, and kids protection planning. And at some point in our lives, we realize that our legacy matters. We ask ourselves, what happens to my loved ones when something happens to me? Because there are people in our life who are important to us, and our decisions will have a huge impact on them. And considering your death isn't morbid, it's responsible and frees you to live your life with intention. So how do we plan? The first step to having a plan is knowing what happens without one. And that's exactly where I start, by educating and empowering you through my comprehensive 2-hour legacy planning session. If you want to know more or have some questions, just schedule a call with me. I'm happy to help. My feature links have not been updated, but I'm taking all the training on Friday, so hopefully they will be after that. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next up with 9 posts on the board for his fellow members, Kyle Millay, everybody.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kyle Millay. I'm the IT provider in the group. And this week in hacking was not a good week for our friends down under, as multiple large institutions, including a major health provider in Australia and New Zealand, were hacked. If you don't want the businesses that you know to be the next ones, call us. 2/3 of hacking is via email. We provide an email service that's a little bit under a couple of Starbucks a week for your small business to be fully protected from email-borne hacking attacks. I don't have any new posts up, but I'm looking for sessions. So anyone that's got some time.
You got it. Thank you, sir. All right, next up, back from tour with 9 posts on the board, Mr. Trippy, the Trap Poet.
Hey everybody, my name's Trippy, the Trap Poet. Thank you guys all for being here. This week, I just rather you guys promote my feature links I have up now. I'm going to be adding 2 more that are Linktree to all my different things. I've been in the studio working on different stuff, so I'll have a bunch of that stuff come out. It's good to see you guys. It's good getting back into the feel of things by sharing each week. So thank you guys.
Thank you, man.
Good to see you too, man. Welcome back.
Yeah, indeed. All right, we've got, with 4 posts on the board, Leanne Salkowitz, everybody.
Hello, members and visitor. My name is Leanne Salkowitz, and my company is The Wellness Dance. I'm a holistic healer. I work with energies, finding emotions and imbalances in your body and releasing them with magnetic energy to help you look and feel great. I also work with a scientifically proven product that helps to reduce the oxidative stress in your body. Basically, that's known as inflammation. We can do that by 40% in 30 days. Nobody should have migraines or hip pain. You should all feel really good most of the time, and I can help you. This week, please promote my feature links. They will be updated as I'm thinking of new people to connect with. Thanks, everybody.
Nice, thank you. All right, last of the bunch would be myself. Hey, everybody, my name is Emo Aladdin. I'm one of the musicians of the group, and I am on the coaching committee. I'm the lead singer of the Kings of Queen. We are a nationally touring Queen tribute band and perform at festivals as well as corporate and private events. We just wrapped up a great show at Goldfield in Sacramento this past weekend, and even received some even more great reviews as the best Queen tribute in the industry. My top connections are booking agents throughout the US. I made two rounds of posts, so my apologies, but 2 rounds of posts this week for my fellow members, and I'm just shy of $40,000 in business bucks given to my fellow members. As far as my feature links this week, please join some Murfreesboro groups, as we'll be touring Nashville in 2 weeks. I also updated a feature link with my recent stint with some guy who stormed the stage. Check it out and share it. Thank you.
Were they from a rival band or?
You got to check it out. I'll put a link in the chat.
All right, cool.
All right, not every member can make it to every single meeting, so we do have a sub request program. What that is if something comes up and you can't make it to a meeting, you would go through the app and you would request a sub. So someone like Kelly, for example, would read the promo for a member that is not here. We don't have any sub requests tonight, so I will pass it back to our esteemed MC, Mr. Bill Hatch, everybody.
Thank you, Emo. I seem to be having trouble with my camera. It keeps clicking off, so don't take it personally. As mentioned earlier, we will be calling on our visitor to find out her why. But first, we will announce last week's Feature Link winner. Feature links are the links we add to our profiles on the M&O member app we would like shared by our members. Quality is key in ensuring new business is generated from these feature links, and so we announce a new feature link winner every week. The feature link of the week winner last week was Erica Ann, and she is going to select this week's feature link of the week winner. Erica, who is the feature link winner of the week and why?
This week's feature link winner of the week would be Leland Burton, and that's because his links are all nice, concise, short. He always chooses where he wants to focus on, because a while back during a meeting, he said one of his things was he wanted to take over the world. So starting with all 50 states to get his business in all 50 states. And he's really making a go at that with his feature links. And that's admirable. So I gave it to Leland this week.
Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you.
Congratulations, Leland Burton. I'm going
you.
to share my screen one more time so we can share our big winner's feature link. Leland, would you be so kind as to let us know in only a couple of sentences what our mantra of play it forward means to you?
Yeah, for me, it's keeping your eyes and ears open for the potential needs that people might have, and then connecting those people with people within the group who can fulfill those needs with a solution.
Let's see, Washington, Elko, Nevada, and you know what? I think I've got a good California one. Let's go ahead and see. Let's see. California. Business. Okay, hold on a second. That's weird. I know I have. Did I do it? No, I'm not on the right. I am sorry.
No worries.
It's not documents. It can't have kicked me out of all the groups. California, Los Angeles. Okay, let's try that. There we go. There's a group. Ooh, for a second there, I thought I'd gotten kicked off of my groups. Oh, look at that. John Gervin's here.
Yeah.
Okay, mine. There we go. Discussion. You're at the limit for pending content for this group. Ah. Doggone it. Gotta love Facebook.
It seems like as soon as you get a catch of what the rules are, they change them. So I don't know.
Yeah,
it can be confusing. It really can be.
Okay. Come on. Yep. Okay, let's try this again. Nope, it's not letting me post. and I don't know why. Okay,
No, no
let's go
worries.
back to, I'll get you something.
All right, no worries.
Okay, let me get back here, because we don't want to take any more delay. Where's my script that tells me what to say? Oh. Okay, whenever we see a feature link that's been shared, let's help kick that algorithm into gear so our members can get the most traction out of their feature links. One of our core values is coach and be coached. This is why we reserve 2 minutes every week for a coaching moment that will help us become a better version of ourselves. Emo, you are up and have 2 minutes on the clock.
It is Melissa today.
Oh, it is Melissa today. Melissa, you're up.
Everybody. All right. So your coaching moment is going to be about sessions because they are really, really, really important in growing your business, building the confidence of your members. If you're here saying, hey, I haven't gotten any referrals, think about, have you done any sessions with anyone? An M&O member session is different. If you've done the M&O member session, but you're still not doing it right, I highly recommend rewatch the video. But I'm going to share with you my questionnaire. It's a questionnaire that I made on my own. And basically, I have questions. What is the significance of your logo and header? No one would know to ask me that question. So I'm asking specific questions that I want people to ask me. And then here's the important part. So it's 25 minutes on each side. And then this is the most important, and this is why I like to do sessions, because to be honest with you, I'm so busy that when I think about doing a session an hour long, it's like, oh my goodness. But when I know that I'm doing this last 10 minutes, it is amazing. And I always leave session feeling good. But when you're at the last 10 minutes of your session, thank you, Leland. When you're at the last 10 minutes, it's an actual, you are active and you are doing things with each other. So some of the activities that you're doing, you're liking each other's pages. I did this with my chapter and I found out, wow, I've known this guy for a year and I've never actually liked his page. Because if you leave that meeting and say, I'll do it later, you just don't ever do it. So you do it right then and there. You invite your friends to like their page. You engage on their posts. You ask them to do reviews for you on your Google business page, your Facebook page, wherever you want them to. If you look at this right here, I just started my Google business, really taking a close look at it. I have 4 reviews. My goal is to get that number up by having sessions with my member. I want people to find me by searching for me on Google. And then you post for each other, and then you would introduce them to any leads. You'd actually do it. So take the sessions training if you haven't. If you're there saying, I'm not getting any referrals, there's a reason why. It takes work. This is amazing when you do it. You watch the magic happen. Back to you, Bill.
Thank you, Melissa. And everyone else serving on a leadership role or committee. Members, don't forget, you can always thank your fellow members for the roles they play by sharing their feature links through the app. Visitors, it is now time for us to go around the room so you can tell us your why. I introduce to you our incredible stand-in CD, Leanne Salkowitz.
Yay! Good evening, everybody. My name is Lee Salkowitz. I am of the founders. I'm the creative director, stand-in creative director, and my role as stand-in creative director is similar to the role of an event planner. Visitors are Kelly this evening. I'm going to ask you your why you do what you do. You will have about 15 seconds on the clock, so please try and stick with that so that we can stay within the hour. So Kelly, go ahead and unmute yourself and please tell us why you do what you do.
Hello, I do what I do because I was younger and my dad painted cars and I got really into that. I learned how to do this DIY thing by Sherman Williams, a really famous guy. He made this formula and yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kelly. Thank you to all of our visitors for sharing your whys. It helps us to get to know you better in the short amount of time that we have together. We will now move on to the sample sessions. What is a session? What a session in MNO is when we get together outside of the meeting, whether on Zoom, in person, or on the phone, to spend about an hour together to get to know each other better and find ways to send referrals to each other. That's what Melissa was just talking about. A sample session within our meeting is only a small taste of how valuable a longer session is when done outside of the meeting. It is the key to growing our businesses together. Today's sample session is with Tina Hoffman. Okay, so Tina, I have two questions for you. The first one is, during your past 11-month recuperation from the auto accident and surgery resulting in such a long interruption of income from your performing gigs, how have you been able to finance your original music projects requiring many hours of uncompensated time and communication?
Well, that would be by receiving commissions with affiliates and associates. And also, I had an eBay store that I called my fundraising store that was originally created to finance fundraising events. And I also added digital music, original music, to my inventory. And I have a whole list of affiliates and associates that provide commissions that are so significant that I've been able to help many families who have experienced firings and different things throughout the pandemic. So I usually share those links in a newsletter, but I hadn't really been sending out the newsletter because mostly that was to announce my gigs, that I haven't had any gigs. But so many more people are experiencing loss of income, and these forms of significant commissions and referrals are just so easy and require very little time other than maybe sharing the link. So I'm going to be sharing that in a newsletter coming up. So if you receive it, go ahead and take the time to scroll down, because there might be some that you might like to have for yourself.
Okay, awesome. Great information. And in our last 20 seconds, Tina, can you give us an update regarding the status of your upcoming free ebooks?
Okay, anybody that's heard any of my spotlights, I was announcing that I was going to have an ebook for how to distribute original music, and then another ebook for finances and how to get free money and increase your credit score. But now I'm also going to have another one that's related to health because of all the things that I've discovered from my own experience this past year. And then I'm going to have another one that's going to show you how to create an ebook.
Wonderful, Tina. Thank you so much for a great job with your sample session. Next week, we will be hearing from Cecilia Amo, and the two questions that she will be answering about herself are, can I DIY, do it myself? Can I DIY my estate plan? And second is, what's one practical thing that I can do to make things easier for my family if something happens to me? So we look forward to hearing that sample session next week, Cecilia. Visitors, please come back next week to learn more about Cecilia and her business. Every week we have what we call a member spotlight, which is a 10-minute segment performed by a different member every week. This can be anything that the member chooses. For example, a presentation, a performance, a listening party, questions and answers, or FAQs, frequently asked questions. This week's member spotlight will be introduced by Kyle Malay. And this week's member spotlight is with Brian Moose, and the description, his topic is focuses on the different strategies a business might take to grow, featuring examples from his practice. So Kyle, are you ready with that intro?
Good evening, everyone. Brian Moose is an outsourced CFO based in Chicago. He enjoys working with businesses to make them more efficient, prepare them for sale, or evaluate acquisition. Brian goes above and beyond your everyday bookkeeper in order to provide industry-specific insights geared towards sustainable growth. And I'm able to say that this is all absolutely true because I am a customer of Brian's, and this is exactly what he did for me. Members all know that I recently had my business acquired. In 2021, I took $50,000 of loss from people that didn't pay their bills. Brian was able to help transition us into a path of profitability and get us to the point we are today.
Yay, that's so amazing. Awesome.
Thank you so much, Kyle, for that. It was quite a project to get you to where you are. So I'm going to share my screen here. Let's see, just sure. Okay, hopefully you're seeing that. And just a side comment, my internet might be a little weak, so if I pop in and out or if my audio is having trouble, that's why. Just so you know to expect it. Thank you for coming to this, or for being here, my captive audience. The title of this is So Many Ways to Grow. In the small business space, it's really unique because what business looks like and the needs it's filling really does depend on the individual who runs it. We all have different reasons for going into business, whether or not that is our full-time income or it's a side hustle, on the micro or an extremely small business side. And the tools that everyone needs tends to be as individual as they are, either because of the unique skills they're already bringing to the table and the unique challenges they have in growing their business, which is kind of the basis for how I've gone from purely bookkeeping and accounting type work to more practical advisory and CFO type work. A little bit about me. So my origin story here. I actually opened my doors in 2017. I think I just passed my 5-year anniversary, if I recall correctly. I originally trained under an accountant who was simply looking for a bookkeeper, and my very first package of services were just monthly bookkeeping services, and I'd teach people the DIY side, and I'd help people with personal finance stuff, which is really how I got going. And then here's my first logo that I used, which was kind of fun, a play on moose antlers and then a balance. So yay, accounting puns, But as I worked with clients and got some more some more experience, I found I had some frustrations with how things were going, and my clients had some frustrations. As you can see, financial statements are really quite dense. There's a lot of information there. There's a lot to unpack, and it's not necessarily clear how everything plays together. And this is where I started wondering if there was a way I could better utilize this information, and if there are better ways I can present it on a monthly basis or use it to help improve performance, because that's why you have data, right? You should use it. So I'd find some more training and mentors and certifications so that I could learn all of that, and what led me down what we call the CFO path, which is really just saying we use finances to drive growth, whatever that might look like. And which led me specifically to trend analysis and pricing psychology that I've spent quite a bit of time learning and utilizing for various reasons. So I thought I might share with you some case studies, some clients that I've worked with and continue to work with, to show you what problems they were facing, what we changed, and what those results were. And those changes that we've made are, of course, measured in money, measured in cash. That's, I guess, why I have a job. So that's how we'll see that figure. My first client that I am going to talk about here is what we call the med spa mom. Wonderful mom of 4, who, when I met her, had also a $240,000 med spa that she ran on the side. And it was really fun. We would have meetings, and after we would finish going over statements, she's like, well, got to go pick the kiddos up from school, and really, really dynamic lady. So there were a few steps that we took in improving her business. The first one being the elimination of merchant fees. So those credit card fees that you have to pay, or that you as a business pay when people pay you. There are ways around that. That makes it sound so illicit. There are services that basically don't charge you those fees. that you can utilize. It doesn't work for everyone, but in some situation it does. This was the case with her. And just by making that switch, we were saving her well over $1,000 a month, which goes directly to profit, simply because we weren't paying credit card companies anymore. And that was a real feather in the cap. That was a great transition to make. We also worked on upgrading her services, making it so that she could offer higher value work with her own clients, which helped bring some money in. And with a few changes that we made and that she made on her end, we were able to get her to $600,000 in total sales in about a year and a half after we started working together. My next client that I want to talk a little bit about is, is still a fun guy to work with. He's in the fitness e-commerce space. So he sells fitness supplements, health supplements, that whole area. When I found him, he was looking to quit his day job. And I can't even remember the figure that he was making on the side. It was well under 10,000 was his monthly revenue. What we were looking at, and his goal is he's quitting his job and he's running kind of this a very real and prominent e-commerce company, which is a great goal to have. So when I worked with him, the two things that we did were we streamlined his back end. So like the inventory management system wasn't working, how his financial systems were talking together. Well, they weren't talking together. And how his website was integrating in with everything, it just wasn't working really well. And so it was creating a ton of work for him and for me and everyone else involved. So most of what we did at the very beginning was nothing front end. We didn't change anything about a sales process. We just changed how information flowed. Because when you do make that jump and when you do blow up, when you start increasing your sales substantially, if you don't have that streamlined, if you don't have all your systems figured out, then like your bad problems become unmanageable problems. They become business ending problems. So we streamlined that. And then we focused on working just his cross sales, and which is a simple concept of someone is buying one thing from your business or buying one service, and you say, hey, do you also want this other thing from my business? Amazon is like, people also like this. That's a cross sell, and it can really work wonders. For him, where we're at now, we are crossing well past the 200,000 mark. It's been about a year. So it's well over 10 times to his business. Really fantastic growth. In fact, it was really great that we streamlined his back end, because we ran into the problem of outrunning his manufacturers, was how fast and how meteoric the growth was. It just like we flipped a switch. That was a fun month to figure all of that out, but those are good problems to have. The last one is actually a very, very relevant one here to M&O and some of the success I've seen from here. It was a marketing startup that was referred to me. And so we're talking very little revenue, very little experience, lots of industry experience, but not a lot of business experience. So some of the stuff we did with her, it was entirely just kind of these one-off projects. The first thing we did was figuring out how to set up packages, how to bundle her services in a way that's attractive, but in a way that matches the way people would pay. So it's all about part of that pricing psychology. How you present information will change how people interact and how much they buy from you. And the pricing on that, very specific, again, presentation is all about everything, spacing. It all changes things, and it can have big impacts on how much your bottom line profit is. So for me, just a little bit to sum things up, I tend to work with service-based businesses, be it e-commerce or what have you. I like to have a medical focus and health and wellness adjacent. I love connecting with commercial lenders and payroll pros. Business brokers are also great. And these are my contact details. I think that's all for me. We have 25 seconds. There we go. Thank you, everyone.
Excellent job, Brian. As you can see, these member spotlights are the most memorable parts of the meetings. And so we tend to invite folks based on who's giving the upcoming member spotlight. Next week is the one and only Emo Aladdin. So invite your musician friends. I now hand the meeting back to our MC.
Thank you, Lee, and thank you, Brian. That was a great spotlight. I can't believe you left 25 whole seconds on the table, though. Hey, before we end the meeting, I would like to quickly go over, well, actually, do we have time? Yeah, we have time. We had another guest show up at the last minute, Llama. Oh, Llama left. Never mind. Who's playing music? Somebody's playing background music. All right, before we end the meeting, I would like to quickly go over information about membership and what is required to be a great member. Let's see, share screen with Signal up. Okay. Set up. Ooh, wrong button. Okay, share the screen. That screen. There we go, sharing that screen. Let's see. Thank you for taking this opportunity to promote your business and for meeting all of us. Kelly, when you network with professional networkers, you're connecting with professionals who want to grow not only their own businesses, but others' businesses as well. We all became entrepreneurs because we wanted to pave our own paths, but we still need a helping hand in getting our business known. And that's where we come in. We pass each other referrals, but we also share each other's links using the M&O member app. So what's the difference between a visitor and a member? Visitors get to visit our chapter once and make one-time connections. The visit also serves as an introduction to M&O and why members have decided to make it a part of their marketing plan. Members attend our Zooms weekly and are awarded access to the M&O member app. The link sharing feature is unique to M&O and is a big factor in why members received inquiries and new business online. As far as fees go, the fee for business professionals is $59 per month with no annual commitment. We reserve one seat per profession, so there is no competition among members. M&O welcomes musicians who are only looking for music and show promotion. Musicians generally do not compete and are included under a special tier where multiple musicians can join. As an established chapter, there is an activation fee of $100. This covers the cost of your onboarding and initial coaching. M&O has put a major focus on educating its members through LMNO or through Learning M&O or LMNO. Sorry, there's a typo there. These hour-long trainings will give you all the tools you need to grow your business effectively. As a member, you're expected to take the trainings and set the example for new members who are trained to help each other grow. So if you're feeling good and would like to give membership a shot, I invite you to fill out our new membership application and join us as a member. This could be what is missing in your marketing plan to take your business to the next level. I'll leave a link to Emo's calendar in case you'd like to discuss membership in greater detail. He and Melissa have been running M&O as husband and wife since 2019 and are very much involved with the members and the further development of M&O. So I will get notes out. Hold on. And doggone it. Okay, I'm going to stop it there. Okay, where's the chat? There's the chat. I couldn't find the chat. There we go. There are the links, the appropriate links. Okay, let's switch gears. And for the final portion of our meeting, we are going to go around the room for our question of the day. Our question of the day is classroom or experience? Which is better at preparing you for a career? Let's start with, let's see. Emo's hiding, so I guess I won't start with him. Oh, nope, there he is. Emo, you want to go first?
Experience for sure, 100%. I was not born with this voice. It took a lot of training. I mean, I started out with something, but it was the 20 years that got me to this very incredible last year.
Okay. Leland, how about you?
Oh, that's easy. It's experience. Unfortunately, it was that whole debate of do people need to go to college and that whole bit, and I don't think everybody needs to. I think a large percentage of that money is wasted. So experience, without a doubt.
Okay. Erica Ann?
My cursor never moves slower than when I want to use it. Experience, for sure. I skipped college and went into the military and got experience. So.
Okay. Melissa?
I would say experience. I mean, really what college did for me was just help me understand how to finish tasks and multitask and do all that stuff.
Okay. So it wasn't a complete waste of time.
No.
John, how about you?
I think if you're in a particular career like in medicine or engineering, probably the education would be there, but for the most part, it's experience. And, you know, most businesses, if you're starting your own business, definitely experience, without a doubt.
Yeah. Well, even medical professionals have to do time in service. Internships, that is.
Right.
You know, so yeah.
Yeah.
So Brian, how about you?
I think knowing my origin story, I'm required to say experience.
There are no requirements. Leanne?
Oh man, this is a loaded question for me.
It is, isn't it?
Oh.
There you are in front of the kids.
Oh yes, speaking from somebody that has a graduate degree with $60,000 in student loan debt, watching the youth of today be totally brainwashed into thinking that college is the only end all be all for their lives, and knowing that it's all about experience when it comes down to it. It's experience. I mean, that's what propelled me into entrepreneurship, and now I'm looking at the last 40 years of my life going, wow, what an experience. what it's just, wow. Yeah, definitely experience.
Okay. Well, at least you can take solace in knowing that you would have had to have paid for that college for the kids anyway. So now they can come back to the recording and say, but Mom, you said.
All I want for my kids and my students is for them to be able to think for themselves and be able to be self-sufficient and free. And that's just not the world that the vast majority of people are living in.
Yeah,
sad.
Unfortunately, it's true though. Very
But
sad. It's dangerous too.
Yeah, thank God for all the people like us that are doing it and showing people that there's another way. Good job.
Guys, I think I skipped John. I don't know how I skipped John in the member promo. So John, please take the floor, man.
No, you did. I apologize. I came in late. You know, last week I was 10 seconds here. I was in Salina Cruz on a 4-day surf trip with a buddy, and we left on Wednesday. And my membership, I lost my debit card, so that whole fiasco went through. And anyway, so everything's back on track now. That's the bottom line. So,
nice.
Yeah, it was a great surf trip. But I'm you want me to go through my?
Yeah, please.
Your 45 seconds.
Yep. So I'm the financial consultant of the group, and essentially what I do, I manage clients' money. And now I'm managing expectations with the markets that we're in, more so than managing money, but that's always, we're talking about experience. And now it's, what's really the driving force is being able to talk to clients and hold their hand and guide them through, the turbulence that's happening with the markets these days. But, as I tell my clients, I tell all of you, hang in there. I mean, it's not Armageddon. Things are going to get better, and they will. 2007 through 2009 was as ugly as it could get since the Great Depression. We're not there. We're going through a cycle. It's going to wash out. And I've seen it many, many times, but this is a little bit more severe. And so, yeah, that's basically my thought. What I'm, the message I'm getting across to clients right now, aside from investment advice and all the, the different investments that I recommend and asset allocation in my daily practice. But now more than ever, it's taking the time to really go through and dissect everything in clients' portfolios and make sure that
that's the 45, John. John, that's
that was
45.
like 5
Yeah, that's 45. Past. Yeah, that's like past.
Boom. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, guys.
Let's see. We still got a couple of minutes. Kyle, what about you? College or classroom or experience?
Experience. There's just there's no beating it. Yeah. That's the old military thing, is that a plan never survives first contact. Yeah. You can plan as much as you want for how you're going to do things in college, but the minute you hit the real world, that crap don't work no more.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, Cecilia, your turn.
I would say experience, because law school does not actually teach people how to practice law. It teaches lawyers to pass the bar and how to read the law and how to analyze the law, but nothing about practice. I actually made the intentional choice to work as a paralegal during the day and go to law school at night because I valued experience so much. I got my paralegal certificate my last year of college with that plan in mind.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Having taught people myself, I know that primarily what school's good for is teaching you how to pass tests. So if you're gonna pass tests for a living, I definitely tell you to go to school. But yeah. No, classroom has its place for sure. But yeah, there's very little to be said for that lack of experience. Tina, you're last but not least.
Experience.
What was that?
Experience.
Okay. So we're unanimous.
Yes, we are.
We are in concurrence.
Yes.
Well, that's about it. I like to end our meetings with a lyrical quote, usually taken from a song. This week, it's by the artist The Eagles from the song Hotel California. Last thing I remember, I was running for the door. I had to find the passage back to the place I was before. Relax, said the night man. We are programmed to receive. You can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. Little haunting for this October as we approach Halloween.
I agree.
Thank you, everyone, for making this Zoom another incredible one. Let's unmute ourselves, bid our farewells, and we'll see you on the next Zoom. Zoom, 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 and a boom, boom.
Ah.
Have a good night, everyone. And
good night. Feel better.
We'll see you on Friday for live M&O trainings. Yay, I'm so excited.
Cool. Yes, see you then.
Bye.
Good night.
Everybody have a great week.
Yes, feel better, everybody.
Stop being sick.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Everybody have a great week.
You too.
Thanks again, Erica. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Good night.
Good night.